After a record-setting event in Anaheim, the Starcraft 2 action in Raleigh had a lot to live up to. At first, it looked like the foreigners had the Korean pros on the ropes.
He had a moment with his SCV rushes that were very effective, but eventually that fizzled out.
GG, Hunt does take the series 2-1. Very well played.
But in the end, it was not to be. In dominating fashion, Coca, Puma, Bomber, and Zerg Master Dongregu muscled their way into the winner's semifinals. Entering the winner's bracket finals, Coca had gone the entire tournament without dropping a single game. Bomber, his opponent on the other side of the bracket, also had an impressive record, winning every series, only losing 3 games the entire weekend. In another incredible Terran vs Zerg matchup, Bomber continued his domination, decisively defeating Coca 2-0, sending him to the loser's bracket.
That red Banshee microed out of range of Coca, and Coca, I don't think he can possibly recover from this. He has no anti-air, and GG.
Now, let me tell you something. Guys, nobody does this at pro level.
No, this is very rare.
The most unexpected strategy possible.
No, absolutely, and the rush is going to commence, Tasteless, and the bunker is just killing everything.
He's repairing the bunker now. The SCV's repairing it, under attack. The bunker, actually, I don't think it's going to go down.
And more Marines are on the way,
He
Tasteless.
sells the bunker at the last second. Beautiful.
GG. Wow.
Bomber successfully dismantled Coca in about the time it takes for me to eat a sandwich.
In that battle, Coca was able to outlast fellow Korean DRG 2-1 in a very tight series. Coca overwhelmed DRG with amazing infestors and roach play, ending one of the longest ZVZs we've ever seen on the MLG Pro Circuit.
My God, keeping them still. Infested Terrans are going down, and the roach number greatly going in Coca's favor. He has over twice as much, over 3 times as much. Infested Terrans shooting everything, and Coca is not going to be denied. He is going to get his rematch with Bomber in just a moment here.
Coca's win in the losers finals set up a rematch and a chance for revenge against Startail Bomber.
최소 4대2 선에서 아마 끝날 것 같아요.
I've already planned out all my builds, and at the very least, I think it'll end in a 4-2.
우승이 거의 코앞에 있다고 생각해요.
I think victory is right in front of me.
In this epic ZVT contest, Coca started down 2 in the best of 7 series since Bomber previously beat the Zerg in the winner's bracket. Bomber opens up game 1 of the finals with a fast gas build and fake bunker rush, throwing Coca off his game early on. Securing his natural and then a 3rd command center very quickly, Bomber went into macro Terran mode, setting up a strong infrastructure, ensuring that he'll be able to keep up with the Zerg opponent later on in the game. As the match continues, Bomber loses about 20 SCVs to a sneaky baneling attack from Coca.
Swing right in, does Bomber notice? Oh no, Bomber does not recognize! Oh!
He's able to stay on his feet, slowly closing the gap by producing 3 SCVs at a time from his 3 command centers. When Bomber moves out to secure his gold expo, Coca executes an amazing pincer attack, sandwiching his opponent's army.
Does look like this is quite ominous looking. Here comes the crunch from 2 sides. It is going to be impossible to run. Banelings rolling in from all angles. Coca with the plant on the Banelings. Couple Marines trying to run, but combat shield cannot help them today.
Wow.
Domination in the center.
While taking them out, he forces Bomber's 3rd base to lift off. Bomber, miles behind in supply, chooses to push out at Coca, who stalls as long as he can until he sees the most opportune moment to strike, and when he does, Bomber GG's.
Crunching defeat, and it looks like Bomber will not be able to go undefeated in this final match. The offensive mule and the good game!
Game 2 began chaotically, with Bomber securing a fast expansion on the low ground, but for some reason he chose not to wall off his ramp. Coca's early waves of Zerglings sneak into Bomber's base, causing quite a bit of damage.
He does have a lot of Zerglings here, Sean.
Oh,
Can he cause damage, or is this going to backfire?
Oh, he surrounds everything. We have 2 more Zerglings coming in. I don't believe it.
What?
8 Zerglings at the start. Are you serious?
Oh.
It looks like he might be able. And he does it.
He gets every single one. Now the expansion is going to be delayed, Sean. There is not going to be any dancing Marines anytime soon because they are all dead.
Finally clearing the wings from his main, Bomber proceeds to defend attack after attack from his Zerg opponent.
These Zerglings now running in here, so many Mulas. He wants to take out the turrets as quickly as he can with the Zerglings. That's going to leave the SCVs completely vulnerable. Only one missile turret remaining. So many SCVs going down, Sean. The damage is going to be immense here, and now his units are awkwardly stuck in the center of the map, and the economy of Bomber is non-existent. Now the Zerglings are slipping into the main.
Oh, he gets it.
After surviving some very sticky pushes from Coca, who seemed to have overextended himself, Bomber decides it's time to push out and end the game. Moving across the map, he destroys 2 of Coca's bases and moves in on his main, where he defeats the last of Coca's forces for the GG.
At the end of the game, you just need an army. We see a huge army lead for Bomber in one of the craziest games I've ever seen. I think Bomber may have pulled the miracle.
Bomber going to make an insane comeback here.
And
There's going to be the GG. Bomber able to hang on there.
In Game 3, the intensity is about to boil over as these 2 amazing players battle for the 6th time in this tournament. Opening up with an extremely risky tech and fast expand build, Bomber clearly wants to turn up the heat on Coca.
And we see Coca getting dangerously close to maxed army with nothing but mid-game units, roaches, lings, banelings.
However, Coca beats Bomber to the punch, quickly reaching max unit supply and moving in for the win.
Secured, but a potential counterattack.
Coca getting dropped in his main, now rolling into the front with Banelings, Roaches, Zerglings, and it looks like Coca may be able to break this, having astounding numbers, hitting with a huge Baneling blow there. But the question is, oh my goodness, that is a lot of Banelings landing on those tanks.
But Bomber's defenses are once again in place, and when the smoke clears, it's evident that Coca has once again overextended himself, losing his entire army.
Marine count from Bomber is ridiculous. Huge numbers of units rolling up, and it looks like Bomber will be able to defend. In the main, the Marines have done nothing, but Coca is still tilting, sending everything forward that he can.
Bomber begins his push across the map, but Coca already knows he's lost, and GG's crowning Bomber the MLG Raleigh champion.
Better.
And there's the push at the goal. The Roaches are trying to rush in from all sides. The Banelings get taken down. Units streaming through the center of the map. The natural expansion does manage to stay defended, but the gold will fall. And there it is. Good game. Bomber is your champion of Major League Gaming Raleigh. Bomber, the grand champion, walking to his opponent. The good game. Bomber is your champion. Let's hear it for Startail Bomber.
Congratulations to Startail Bomber, Major League Gaming's 2011 Raleigh StarCraft 2 Pro Circuit champion.